Good morning, great people. Canay Payne here. Welcome back to my video. Now, on this stay at home video, what I will be sharing with you guys today is what you will find this stay at home mom doing every morning. And I do mean every morning. I'm in the kitchen fixing breakfast. So today I will be fixing some homemade pancakes from scratch that my granddaddy taught me many years ago how to make. So I really don't like to make pancakes a lot, because it's really not good for you to eat on a regular basis for your stomach's sake. So the kids decided, they want some pancakes this morning. So I decided to put the camera on and show you great people how I make my pancakes from scratch. So let's go. So first you want to get your little bowl and your flour and your ingredients and whatnot. And with my son having food allergies, for those parents out there who may have children who are allergic to wheat or flour like my son is, they do have a gluten-free all-purpose baking flour. They also have like rice flour or brown flour you may use. But I like to use this for my son when he eats pancakes, and he barely eats pancakes because the eggs and milk that's inside of that, and he's allergic to that too. So I have to add water. He's got the eggs and milk, but he still barely eats. So all you parents out there that's looking for something to use besides regular flour, they do have a gluten-free all-purpose baking flour that you may use too. But for those of you who do like flour or can eat regular flour, just get you 2 cups of flour that you're gonna start out with. Let me get my flour. And you also want to go ahead and cut your griddle or your skillet, whatever it is you're going to be using. Go ahead and cut that on low heat. You don't want your pot or griddle too hot. You don't want your pancakes to cook fast. You want to make sure this stuff is done. And another thing that I like to do that I know majority of people do not do is when I make up my batter mix, it's best to let it rise a couple of times, then prepare it so when you eat the pancake's not rising up in your stomach, and that's what causes a lot of health problems. So something to think about. So okay, I got my 2 cups of flour, and you can add however many cups you want. My family, we like to eat a lot of pancakes, so I do 2 cups. And then you want to add some sugar. I like to use organic sugar, so I put 1/4 cup of sugar in here. And you can use brown sugar as well. I really don't like to use the white refined sugar. That stuff right there is like some crack. Once you get addicted on that white sugar, it's hard to get off. And that's something I'm dealing with now, trying to stay away from that white sugar. Okay, so I got my flour, I got my sugar, and I like to add like no more than a tablespoon of baking powder. You don't have to add baking powder, but I like to add it. I like my pancakes thick. I want to make sure my family's going to be full, because if not, I'll be right back in the kitchen whipping up something else. So to prevent all that, I like my pancakes thick, satisfying. All you need is about 2 and you're done. Okay, so I got my baking powder in there, and then I'm going to add 2 eggs. Now when you're doing your eggs, when you crack it open, you put your egg in the bowl, instead of that white stuff that's attached to the egg, you want to take that off. You don't want to eat that part of the egg. That is what attaches the egg to its mommy. It's like when we're pregnant and the baby has an umbilical cord and all that that's attached to us, and they have to cut it. But this is that stuff you want to take off. You don't want to eat that white part that's on the egg. You want to get all that off. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm getting all this little white stuff that's on my egg off. You do not want to eat that. And it took my husband, when I first met my husband back in 1999, and it took him showing me, get that white stuff off my egg. I don't like that. I never knew that. I was always used to cracking open the egg and, just going with it. But so I always wonder how people get their eggs scrambled to be pure yellow, and that's how they taking all their white stuff off. So get that white stuff off of there. And I thought, I could be slick and still cook my husband's eggs when I first met him with the white stuff on. He was like, "You ain't take this white stuff off. I ain't eat these eggs." So you gotta get that stuff off of there because you can tell the difference from when you cook your eggs with it on there and without it. Big difference. So now I got all the little white stuff out of my eggs. And I use 2 eggs. You can use one, or you don't have to use any eggs at all. It's up to you. So I pour my eggs in here. Got my eggs in the batter. So we got a flour, we got a sugar, we got a baking powder, we got an egg. Now we'll add some oil. I have to use olive oil because my son is allergic to vegetable oil, and I don't like canola oil. You can look it up and do your own research on that, see why I don't like it. I don't like canola oil, and can't have anything with corn in it or soy, so I just stick with good old fashioned olive oil. But you want to add like a half a cup or less, depending on you, of oil in your pancake mix. So we got that going in. And then you want to add your milk. You can use either milk or water. Really doesn't matter. I use both. Today I'm using almond milk. I don't drink the regular, milk that you find in the store that comes from cows. Parents do your research on that. They start drinking that and give it to your kids too once you read what's actually in it. And, so I thank God, for my son, because it was for him I wouldn't have been aware of what we was actually putting into our bodies until we became allergic to a lot of things. I had to start reading it. Once you start reading those ingredients and find out what it is, you're gonna start eating and drinking a whole lot of stuff that you used to drink and eat. But anyways, you can pour a cup of milk or a cup of water in your pancake mix. I start with a cup, and I stir it up and see how it looks, the consistency, and I may add, a little bit more. So I'm just gonna stir this up here. And that's what I'm doing. Not sure if you can see me guys stirring this, but you want to stir up your batter mix. I'll raise up so you can see. Got it in my little bowl. Stir your batter mix real good. This is the time you call your children in to come and do the stirring. Mine's are busy and they're looking at TV. What I'm on. Stir it up real good. Got the pot on, getting ready. For time's sake, I'm just going to go ahead and just stir it and pour in the skillet or griddle, whatever you're using. But normally you want to let this sit and rise a couple of times. Then you want to cook it because you want to make sure all these ingredients are thoroughly cooked. You don't want to be eating pancakes and eggs not cooked all the way, and flour's not cooked all the way. All it does is rise in your stomach continuously after you done ate it. And that wears out your stomach. So I didn't know that at first, but once I did learn that, I cut back on my pancakes and started cooking it properly. So yeah, every day you'll find me in this kitchen whipping up something. I really don't like to feed my children cereal. Do your research on that too, great people. If I do feed them cereal, with my son having all his food allergies, I have to buy like the single rice puff cereal. It's just nothing but plain brown rice puff cereal. So that's the only cereal he can eat. Or he can eat the, what's it called? Kamut. Kamut. Eats that, but it's just one ingredient, and it's brown rice puff cereal. So that's pretty much only cereal I will buy for my family. And cereal to me doesn't fill up children in the morning, so I really don't like to give it to them as a breakfast. So that's why you find your girl in this kitchen every day, whether it's omelets, scrambled eggs, grits, oatmeal, brown rice, cereal. You gonna find me in this kitchen whipping up something. But hey, I love it. I do it with love, and I'm blessed to be able to stay at home and prepare meals for my family instead of just having to rush off to a 9 to 5 and depend on school or daycare to feed them. So I'm very blessed. I don't take this for granted. And I will advise any parent out there who is blessed like I am today to stay at home and prepare meals for your family. Do it with love. Do it with love. So as you see, I got my mix together. And one thing I love about my homemade pancake mix, it's not like that batter mix you'll find in a store. This is thick. And that's how you want it. You want it thick. You don't want it all runny. And you don't really need them that much when you pour it in the skillet. You don't need that much because it's going to get so thick and fluffy. And that's what you want. So that's together. Let me pour my oil in the skillet. You pour how much you want to pour. Cover the pan or the griddle. Continue to stir this a little bit. And that's getting hot, and it's pretty hot. You don't want it too hot because you don't want it to cook too fast. Remember that, good people. Cook your food slow. Do not cook it fast. Your stomach will thank you later. So I have a nice size skillet. So I can always pour 4 pancakes of mine. And like I said, you don't have to make them that big because they're going to get thick and they're going to rise. That's what you want. You want your pancakes, thick. So I got my pancake mix in there. Got that in there as that cooking, like clean up, get my mess together. So yeah, that's my homemade pancake mix. And if you're into pancakes like my family, there's your recipe. Stop buying that crap that's already mixed up at the store. Just start reading those ingredients. You will see that, half of stuff you can't even pronounce or you know what it is. So if I can't pronounce it, I don't know what it is, I'm not putting it in my body. So if you like, to make, pancakes for your family, there's a recipe for you to do it from scratch. Don't want to keep you here too long waiting on the pancakes to get done to show you how thick they are. I'll take a picture of them and post it on my fan page and on my Facebook page later on today. So that's the video for today. If you're watching this and you're wondering how am I be able to cook for my family every morning, every afternoon, every night, and generate income from home, click the link below. Connect with me on Facebook. Let me share with you guys what I'm doing to be able to stay at home with my family, prepare lovely breakfasts, prepare lovely lunches and dinners. And I'll see you great people in the next video. Peace out. Enjoy your day.